What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a word from the ancestor read for the sign of Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, you guys are second this week on the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you guys have started getting acclimated to the new spread here, which is in pyramid form. I've already shuffled the deck. We're going to start with one at the top of the pyramid. Hopefully you guys will be able to see the whole pyramid in its entirety. I'll still hold up the cards for you guys in between. Okay, so we have 3 on the next row here, focusing on what you want, not what you don't want, okay? And centering yourself in that mindset. The next row is a row of 5 cards, which is talking about the change that may be going on in your life or to come, okay? The center, very center of this pyramid is primarily focusing on you, your energy, okay? The left side is promoting the feminine energy, and then the right side is promoting the masculine energy. I'll touch on that if need be. And then this last row is a row of 7 cards talking about promoting that inner strength within you to deal with the possible change or changes that are occurring in your life right now. Okay, we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily after the reading to see kind of the overall outcome. If we need to go dive deeper into the bottom of the deck, we will. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with you guys, Capricorn. Okay, we have the 2 of Wands to start you off. 2 of Wands. You're probably already in that energy of focusing on what you want and not what you don't want with this 2 of Wands. It's 2 branches on either side of one person standing in the middle with a globe, okay, and looking out into kind of like a valley of some sort. Okay, so trying to figure out, you know, where it is that you want to go. You want to maybe, explore some other options. Okay, options in regards to business or relationship. Okay, next we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Wheel of Fortune talks about change. Okay, some of that Taurus energy kind of coming over. This card doesn't represent Taurus, however, Taurus did have this Wheel of Fortune, but it was third in line in the center of the pyramid. Okay, so like I said, you're wanting some form of change, a change of pace. Okay, and we kind of touched on that also, I believe, in your Heart's Desire reading as well. Okay, so let's move forward. And we have the 5 of Swords, also something that popped up in the Taurus reading as well, but it was on the outskirts of the second row where the Wheel of Fortune is. Okay, some form of defeat. Okay, with the 5 of Swords, that's what it stands for when I am intuitively reading. It's coming up underneath the 2 of Wands. Okay, and kind of looking over at this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, in the sense of, if it's a relationship for you Capricorns, maybe something did not work out the way you wanted it to in a relationship. Okay, maybe you requested change from this person and they're just not able to give it to you. Maybe you've asked on numerous occasions about, you know, something that was truly important to you, and they're just not willing to budge on it. Okay, and so you need a change of pace, like I said, either with business or relationship. And it seems like might be leaning towards relationship. Okay, we have Nine of Swords coming out here next, okay? Sleepless nights, insomnia, worry of some sort, okay? And it could be in reference to you maybe feeling bad about asking this person to do all this changing. And if you've been on my channel enough, I've always kind of promoted the fact of, especially in regards to relationships, but it's also, you know, in general as well. You treat people the way you want to be treated, okay? You represent yourself the way you would want people to represent themselves to you, okay? And so are you also promoting change within yourself so this person can also kind of change with you, okay? Being kind of a role model in a sense, leading by example, if you will, okay? It's something different when you're demanding something of someone and, you know, giving ultimatums. Ultimatums is what I'm feeling in the energy, okay? And so you could be having some sleepless nights or worrying or kind of coming into your own mindset of looking at things from their perspective in regards to maybe some of the outlandish things that you may be requiring or asking from someone, okay? So let's move forward to the Six of Swords, okay? Six of Swords is usually talking about some form of movement going on, possibly moving away, okay? There's always, with the Six of Swords, it's a woman and child in a boat, and they are moving, okay? And so could have been something that could have been avoided, possibly, and that could be the change, okay? You may have to relocate, and it's not very easy to do so, especially with times being the way that they are right now, okay? However, it possibly, in your opinion, is, you know, for the better good, okay? It's something that can't be avoided. It needs to be done, okay? And so maybe you've been in your head about it, okay? Next, we have the King of Wands, okay? King of Wands underneath the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The King of Wands is sitting here looking directly at this Six of Swords, okay? You may be looking for some form of advice from a King of Wands who is very passionate in the sense of being able to make decisions using discernment, okay? For some of you. Others of you, it could be your energy mixed in with some fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, in regards to maybe business decisions, okay? It is up underneath this Wheel of Fortune, all right? You may be posing some form of change with this King of Wands, okay? If you're in a relationship, it could be someone either that you're dealing with, that you're thinking about maybe moving in with this person, okay? And it may not be the best move if you have a child, okay? You have to worry about your child getting along with this person, okay? Or you're kind of, if not physically moving in with them, you're introducing someone new into a relationship and you have a child, and that can be very difficult to do, especially if the child is more so attached to their biological parent, whether it be mother or father, okay? So let's move forward to this Ten of Cups, okay? Ten of Cups falling up underneath this Five of Swords and Two of Wands, okay? So for you specifically, Capricorns, kind of in the sense of tagging along with Taurus here. Not saying you're dealing with a Taurus, but if you are, you know, just an honorable mention, or you could have it in your chart. You are both earth signs, so I'm really not surprised that some of these cards are coming out in yours, okay? So Ten of Cups in Taurus was at the very bottom of the last row, okay, and of this column. For you, it's possibly some form of defeat in wanting a family dynamic, okay? You're here yet again, possibly having to start over, maybe on the search for a King of Wands, in a sense of helping you complete your family dynamic, okay? Unfortunately, we don't get to live the happy ever after lives that we always wanted, okay? Some people are, destined to have this Ten of Cups, this wish of fulfillment, and I'm not saying that you can't have it. I'm just saying you have to be realistic, okay? And it could be a situation where you had that disagreement about being a family with someone, and you have to accept the fact that they possibly do not want that, okay? And that's unfortunate, but people are allowed to be with who they would like to be with. Now, mind you, granted, we should all be a little bit more careful about who we have children with, okay? If it's someone who actually is interested in being with you, and you're kind of rushing someone to be in something that they're really not ready for or don't even want to begin with, okay? And so, while it's not saying you can't have this, you just can't have it with that particular person or the next person or the next person that you're trying to force it on, okay? Just like in Taurus, I will mention with you, you possibly have some Leo energy in your birth chart, okay? And you may want to refer to Leo's general reads and possibly Heart's Desire read from a couple of months back, okay? If you know your birth chart, by all means see where Leo lands in your birth chart. If it's in reference to friendships or relationships or business and contracts, it will probably give you a little bit more insight, okay? So let's move forward. We have your energy popping up with this Devil card, okay? The Devil is Capricorn energy, okay? As it is the Ram, okay? In between these two, they have, strings around their necks, and the string is cut, okay? So there's been a form of separation, okay? Possibly, again, could be interfering in someone else's relationship, if this is in regards to a dynamic of a family of a single parent home, you not really dating anyone, okay, or you are dating, but you're not as advanced as another person is, okay, as far as the other parent, okay, but there's some form of separation. It's right up underneath this Nine of Swords, and you're possibly looking at the fact of your home being broken, and that's not what you wanted, okay? Maybe you were raised, the reason why you want this Ten of Cups so bad is because you were raised in a family, possibly, of being all together, okay? And some people had that growing up, okay? As far as your parents staying together, raising their kids, and you got to see that family dynamic, and you always wanted that. Maybe it's been in your family for years where families stay together. Little, fact, if you did not know, okay, some families stuck together in the 60s and 70s in spite of the children, okay, because they didn't want to break up the children. They didn't want to, it was, again, there's a song that's literally like, it's cheaper to keep her, okay, and vice versa, cheaper to keep him, in the sense of only doing it for the kids, okay, and that was going on a lot back then, okay? So while you enjoy that family dynamic, you may not know what was going on in the background between your parents, if they had any, arguments late at night when you were sleeping, you didn't know anything about it, okay? Or while you were at school, or, you know, somewhere playing out with your friends. You have no idea what was really going on in your home. You just saw what they wanted you to see. Okay. And so now that you're, you know, you want a family, you're not able to be with this particular person, and you could be struggling with that because you want this 10 of cups so bad with this particular person, but you're not getting the same love back. Okay. It's distance. Okay. It is not a together family. Okay. You want that, but it's not happening. Okay. Next, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, Seven of Wands is usually talking about some form of kind of defending yourself in a sense. Okay, and you have the Six of Swords on one side, and you have the Seven of Wands on one side. Again, feminine energy to the left, we all have it in us, and you have masculine energy on the right. You are passionate about what it is that you want in regards to this relationship, okay, this family dynamic, and why you feel like it's necessary, but it is never going to make sense to somebody who does not want it. This King of Wands, okay, this King of Wands is more passionate about their own life. Okay, they are changing mentally as well, but not in a sense of moving towards you. Okay, in a sense of wanting their own 10 of cups, possibly with someone else. Okay, so you have to be acceptant of that. You've possibly been trying for some time now, and you're still not able to see eye to eye about it. Okay, and it's either you or them that is defending their position about it. Okay, so that being said, let's keep moving forward with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, Two of Pentacles. I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it's usually juggling between some things, okay, as far as mindset, as far as choices that need to be made. Okay, Pentacle energy is earth energy, Taurus, yourself, and Virgo. Okay, and so possibly in reference to this Six of Swords. Okay, whether or not you can raise a child on your own, and literally don't think of it as raising a child on your own. Kind of consider the term co-parenting. Okay, it's not just about you, it's about the child. Okay, at the end of the day, it is always and forever will be and should be about the child. The one that's suffering the most is really the child. You know why? Because in some instances, when you have single parent homes, you live in regret. Okay, in regards to that one night stand that you possibly shouldn't have had, that leads to you being on your own with this child. Okay, and I'm not shaming anybody, not shaming anybody at all. It's very common. Okay, you have to accept the truth. Okay, however, it is about that child. That child suffers more than what you know. Okay, I was also raised in a single parent home, and it really deterred me and really stifled me, primarily in my younger years of life. I struggled in school. You know, I saw all my other friends having, you know, a family dynamic, this 10 of cups. And it bothered me that I couldn't have my father. I had a stepfather temporarily, but I wanted to be with my biological father. I wanted to be with my mom. I had a taste of that, you know, blended family life. Wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Yeah, I had my, you know, good times, and there were bad times. But I always questioned as to why, and then that ended. I had a lot of traumas by having a broken home on a consistent basis, until I finally gave up and was like, you know what? It's not meant to be. People love who they want to love, and they're with who they want to be with. But at the end of the day, it's not about you, it's about the child. Okay, and so co-parenting is you accept the fact that someone does not want this 10 of cups with you. Okay, and would much rather be separate from you, but when it comes to their child, they are always there. Okay, that's why this King of Wands energy is there. Okay, when they're needed, they are there. Outside of that, there is no Ten of Cups type energy. Okay, and if you're spending most of your time arguing with this Seven of Wands, okay, being here, then how can you really want this Ten of Cups? Okay, Ten of Cups means, oh, everybody's happy, everybody's cordial with each other, things of that nature, which even in a single parent household, you should be cordial with one another for the sake of the child, even though you're not together. Okay, and so it's time to embrace that co-parenting where you both have one mutual goal and thing in mind. Make sure the child is safe, secured, feels loved by both parents, regardless of how they feel about each other. Okay? Now, let's move on to this King of Swords. Okay? King of Swords. Coming up underneath this Six of Swords. Okay? So, with this King of Swords energy, it's possibly, a father, things of that nature. You're kind of in this corner here. I pay close attention to this corner. The Two of Pentacles here, possibly you going back and forth in your head about your own childhood growing up. Okay, like I said, some of us did not have this Ten of Cups dynamic. Okay, and you may find yourself maybe going to a father to get some insight on maybe his relationship with your mother or vice versa. Okay, or considering, do you want someone who is like your father? Okay, and it could be a possibility of whoever the father or mother of your child is reminiscent of one of your own particular elders. Okay, and so you may be seeking advice from someone who is elder, or it could involve legalities. Possibly, maybe you're up in the air about what to do legally when it comes to this dynamic of yours. Okay, now we have the Page of Pentacles next. Okay, so up underneath the King of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Page of Pentacles is kind of talking about, small gestures of some sort. Okay, and again, maybe you've kind of used that with this King of Wands. Okay, there could be times where it's been small gestures in the sense of trying to gain this person or change this person's mindset towards you to be like, you know what, maybe we could be something. It'll last for a small amount of time and then it drops off. Okay, like I was saying before, you end up being cordial, as you should anyway, when having a child with someone that you're not together with. And so you've been trying to be as cordial as possible with this person only because you're looking at this Ten of Cups. This Page of Pentacles is literally diagonal from this Ten of Cups with this King of Wands. Thus the reason why I'm getting that energy. Okay, now let's move on to the next one, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess, which is looking back at this Page of Pentacles and is up underneath this Ten of Cups. Okay, along with the Five of Swords and the Two of Wands. I feel as though, innately, Capricorns, that this is not going to be enough. Okay, little pentacles of small gestures to get you this Ten of Cups is not, with this person, is not going to be good enough. Okay, you're possibly finally coming to terms with that. The dynamic in which you can want it all you want, but if it is not reciprocated by the other person in which you want it with, it's time to let it go. Okay, especially if this person also has someone else. Okay, not in the sense of someone else to take your place, of being the parent of your child, okay? It's not that that person is there for that, okay? Because there is some residual energy of maybe the other person that may be involved with the person that you want to be with, who has been very helpful, possibly, okay, in the raising of your child, okay? And you may feel somewhat threatened by this person as if they're trying to take over. That is not their, that's not their case, okay? That's not what they're trying to do. I have been in that similar situation, and for me, it is about supporting, possibly the person that I was with, but it was more so supporting them from maybe a financial standpoint, and to help them have a better connection with the child, okay, such as giving gifts and things of that nature, learning about the child in the sense of not wanting to rush and meet them, but in the sense of I can understand what they're going through because I lived it, okay? And so that was my primary goal, is to make sure that that child always felt loved, even if I never got the chance to meet them, but they were constantly, with their father. And so, to make them look good as, best dad of the year, it's like, here, this is for your daughter, or this, this is for your son, whatever the case may be, just so that way they always feel loved, because they are the ones suffering the most, okay? Not you, because you're not together with someone. And ask yourself why you really want to be with this person, okay? Other than the fact that they are the biological parent of your child, okay? Just saying, okay? Really dive deep into why you want this 10 of Cups, because not all 10 of Cups are what they're cracked up to be. What you think is wish fulfillment isn't always wish fulfillment, because again, you have this 5 of Swords here, and I feel as though if you were to get it, you would still want this 2 of Wands, where you would be wondering, why did I choose to be in this? What am I really getting out of it? Okay? So dive a little bit deeper before you go wishing for something that you possibly may not want in the long run, okay? Because you don't know this person. You don't know this King of Wands. You know them as of now, or you've known them in the sense of raising a child. But what is it about them? Is it all surface level? Because King of Wands is very passionate, very attractive, things of that nature. If that is all you see in that person, then there's no need for you to be with that person, okay? If there's no underlining levels, do you know how they are outside of raising your child? What makes them amply qualified for this 10 of Cups with you? Okay, just saying. Now, we have the 8 of Cups, okay? 8 of Cups underneath the Devil energy in this 9 of Swords. I feel as though with these 3 cards here, you're possibly coming to that conclusion, okay? In the sense of, after receiving the said advice that you get from either an elder, or like I said, legalities, if you will, you end up walking away, okay? Because it's too much. All right, you're not getting what you want out of the situation, okay? And you possibly staying up at night trying to figure out how to get what you want. But again, focus on said child, okay? Now, let's move forward with the Page of Cups, okay? Page of Cups coming up underneath the 7 of Wands, looking at this 8 of Cups. Again, if I put these 2 together, it comes out to 9 of Cups, okay? In the sense of, again, trying to offer some small, now this could be, said person that you have a child with walking away as well, because they're not going to deal with, the drama of wanting to always have to argue about being with you or why you should be together, okay? And so you may offer this Page of Cup in the sense of a 9 to say, you are accomplished, as far as your ability to do this without them, okay, in a sense, or to, delve into the reasons why you want this Ten of Cups with them, okay? And so it is a little bit of cross-hairing here with this Page of Cups, all right? Up underneath the Seven of Wands, it's again kind of defending your feelings and reasonings for things, but they're not heavy-hitting reasons, okay? It's all about wish fulfillment. It's all about what you want, okay? It's self-indulgence in an emotional sense, okay? Next, we have the Death card, okay? The Death card, Scorpio energy, okay? It's falling right behind that, okay? And of course, the back is to this Page of Cups. You don't see eye to eye. You just don't. They do not feel the same way towards you as you do them. However, it could be a sense of, like I said, finally coming to terms with it and saying, let's be cordial to one another, okay? For the sake of our child. That's point blank, period. At the end of the day, that is all that matters, okay? Not what you feel, even animosity. Even with the sense of animosity that you may have or they have towards you, that is all that matters, okay? That doesn't matter. It's all about the child. The child should not see that animosity. The child should not hear arguments late at night, okay? Not to get, put in the middle as kind of like a mediator, if you will, because then you start playing each of yourselves against that child. That child starts playing the both of you, okay? So if you want to avoid that, by all means, be cordial to each other, but accept the fact that you two just do not mesh well together, okay? Now, at the bottom of the deck, the overall outcome of the situation is the Hanged Man, okay? I don't think we need to go any further than that, okay? The Hanged Man is talking about looking at things from a different perspective, okay? Possibly the different perspective of another person, okay? This person possibly gives, this King of Wands, possibly gives good reasoning as to why they do not feel the two of you would go well together. Primarily because they are attracted to another person that they would rather have a Ten of Cups with, okay? And whatever their standard is or what they want in a person, they are allowed to have, okay? You now have to figure out what it is that you truly want in order to get maybe a Ten of Cups with someone else who is better suited for you, okay? So while it may cause you worry and strife as to whether or not you will be able to get to this Ten of Cups, look at things from a different perspective, okay? And like I said, start presenting yourself in a sense of being that in which you want to receive, okay? So Capricorns, that is all that I have for you guys this evening as a word from your ancestors. We do have one more reading this week along with the energy shout out, okay? So until then, peace.